It's my surgiversary. Surgiversary. Hey, it's Jess. I know it's been a long time making the video, but my motherboard broke, and then we tried to fix it, and we got a whole new computer, and, you know, my husband thought I spent too much time on the internet. So life's been spinning. Today is my 1-year anniversary, Cinco de Mayo, and I am 121 pounds down. I started out at 270, and this morning I weighed 149. So that's super-tastic. I mean, I was just hoping to get down to 199, and then I said, well, my ultimate fantasy, wet dream goal was 170. So, you know, I've never weighed. In high school, I was like a size 14, and I was curvy and delicious, and I weighed 165 to 175. So you'll have to excuse me. I just woke up, and I haven't taken a shower, put any makeup, because with 2 little boys, this is the only free time I really have. So, I was talking to someone at school the other day who knew me, you know, at 270, and she's, you know, seen the whole journey, and, you know, I was reflecting on this past year, and, man, I feel like such a completely different person than I did last year. But it's been a huge adjustment. I don't think that this surgery has been really physically painful so much, but it's been an extreme psychological journey. You know, at first, it was hard to, you know, get used to the liquids when I was such a binger. I remember before my surgery last year, like the week before, I got a whole, like $5 Little Caesars pizza, and my husband said to bring it home for lunch, so I went and I got it and I brought it home, and I ate the whole thing, and I was so ashamed that I just buried the carton in the trash and told him that I never got the pizza, you know? And that's one of 1,000 memories I'd love to forget, you know? But last year I was on a breathing machine at night, a sleep apnea machine. I stopped breathing 32 times every hour. My cholesterol was 330. My waist size was 60 inches. I had hypertension. My blood pressure was 155 over something, and I was pre-diabetic. All that is completely gone, 100% gone, and my blood pressure is even low. It's like 104 over something now. So I feel great, man. I feel like a rock star for sure. Last week I went mountain climbing with my family, and I totally did it, and it was so empowering. I felt great. And, you know, at first, you know, it was hard to be on liquids. And then I remember crying because I would fix meals for my family and I couldn't eat them. And I was like a food addict. And I think it was kind of like an addict bucking against their addiction. And, you know, then I got a stricture, and I kept trying to eat things I shouldn't, just like wildly holding on to this addiction. And, you know, that was a thing. And I was telling somebody the other day that it was like, I don't know if you've seen that Spider-Man 2 Venom movie when he pulls off the black suit, and it's so sticky and it's so hard to get off, and he fights so hard. But, you know, once he gets it off, he feels a lot better. That's kind of been how this has been. And then after I got over the food addiction part, then there was a lot of psychological issues because I was used to being so fat that no one ever saw me, and I felt kind of safe that way, you know. And when I was fat, when I walked in crowds, I was kind of thinking, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, because I was, you know, a size 26 and 270. My biggest was 280. And now, you know, if I dropped something in a parking lot, no one would help pick me up, or I felt like I was always trying to have these conversations with everyone, and I was kind of lonely and friendless, and, you know, people always just kind of looked at me like I was sort of crazy. And now I'm just kind of wondering, like, everywhere I go, people strike up all these conversations, like the cashier at the grocery store, and, you know, other moms at school, and, you know, everyone talks to me. And for a while I felt so exposed, you know, I didn't really know I really didn't know how to react. And when I went to the gym, all the guys would be looking at me. And I'm not saying that I'm hot or anything by any means, but I think that if you're between a size, 0 and a size 16, I think every man between the ages of 15 and 60 looks at you, whether he's with a woman, whether he's hot, whether he's old, whether he's not. And I'm not sure why that is, but it had never really happened to me since high school. And I felt kind of violated, because they were looking at bits, and I'm a mother of 2 sons, and they've never looked at me like that before. So that took some adjustment too. And for a while I felt like there was a big black hole that food used to fill, and I kind of wanted to fill it with something else. Like, I felt like I was really vulnerable to addiction, like alcoholism or whatever, kind of like a smoker